So I think we should
Oh, absolutely.
cross question each other on our individual directions of the fetish. Okay.
Okay.
So you ask me the cuckolding questions, and I'll ask you the edging questions. Okay. I
Well, you
want to go
definitely
first.
have to tell me.
Yes. So my first question is, what exactly is edging?
Okay, so edging, I know for a female to dominate a man, at least in this aspect, from me being in a long-term relationship, that a certain
Hold on,
partner,
I hear something in the background. Is that your background?
AC.
Wait. Are you guys doing something? Hold on.
I have nothing in the background.
No, it's rain.
Listen to you. I see your booty.
I'm just shutting because it is the noise. You can still come in recording. I was like, what's that noise? It's the goddamn rain outside.
I was about to say, because my AC kicked on, and that was about it.
Yeah. So okay. So now that back, this is great practice round for us. Okay. So what exactly, Misty? Tell me, what is edging? I need to know.
Okay, so I actually learned about edging from my ex-boyfriend, long-term ex-boyfriend, that we were in a, monogamous situation. And
You're going down the personal level already. I thought you were like you're taking
anyway,
like
I'm
Wikipedia.
I'm not going too far. I'm just saying he sent a video about it with Rocky Emerson, the porn star. And edging was teasing and bringing a person almost to climax and stopping and prolonging that pleasure over and over and over again. So it is a dominating way that you're.
So you're giving blue balls.
Yeah. So it's a dominatrix type of
Is it for male and female?
You can, because you can have men basically edge a female to stop before you
I would be so pissed
climax
off
and
if
keep
you
on
edged
going.
me.
Well, we take longer.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we take longer and lots of like concentration, and there's a lot in that brain that takes. Yeah, and if you edge me and try to stop my program, I would be pissed.
No, because if you get the peak and keep on going, it is. Trust me, it's worth
Nah,
it.
bitch, I got shit to do. I don't got time to revisit that story. Like it's like you just messed up my
Girl,
girl.
you gotta go. You gotta go those all day rounds where you gotta take a lunch break for that.
Yeah, when's the last time you had one of those? Oh wait. This is a touchy subject right now because
July, it was pretty good.
July?
Last year, July.
You're right. Those times where you can have like a whole day of sexathon or even a weekend, they are great. Like
it was 2 days.
There was a little bit of like, hey, has anybody seen Molly anywhere? Throw a little bit some, toys in there.
It was definitely a nice marathon for 2 days.
And it's kind of like you get like natural lube where like sometimes you don't even need like a lube when you're in those like moments.
I needed no lube.
Yeah. I mean, people always say like you got to look for pheromones in the chemistry between two people, but like, what about like the juices?
No, so for obviously women, we're so much in our mind, and then we have to get in our mind. So we have to have a really good mind fuck in the first place. So turn us on mentally, turns us on physically, and it flows.
Yeah. I mean, I literally was against the whole like squirting thing. Like forever. I was like, that's just pee, blah blah. But now I finally have like relaxed my brain to like let things go. I think I did some. I think I like de-virginized for once. Like not a lot.
But like, when did that happen?
Yesterday.
Really?
Like seriously, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I could have been pissing myself. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
No, the squirting thing for me, because I can't just make that happen, and most women can't just make that happen. Oh, was I'm gonna tell a very personal moment.
Okay. This is important. This is
Um,
educational, though.
was in the back of an ex-boyfriend's over a decade ago, but I was riding him in the back of his BMW.
You like doing it in cars, don't you? Don't you?
Oh, yes, I
Well,
do.
you're
I love
tiny.
the
You're like
whole.
size 2, -4, so you could fit
I,
in any.
I'm
You could fit in a Prius.
sorry. I like the excitement of
I
maybe
think of
getting
like sweat
off.
and like my knee getting like jammed into the door, and like I just don't like.
It was the most intense. Oh my God, I
Misty.
felt fucking amazing. And he was like, "Oh, you're Misty, you're full of surprises." But yeah,
You're
I
full of.
squirted all over him in the leather and everything in the
And
back
that's
door.
yeah, that's the other thing. If you have spontaneous sex in a car, where's the cleanup? Did
And
you
he
bring
fucking loved it.
bitch, what about like the damn like the carpet in there, the seats and stuff? Like I'm too germ phobic. I'd be like, mm-mm, I am
I'm a
not prepared.
germophobic too, but you know what? I actually was freaked out at
What were
first
you
about
what did you do to like go wipe or pee or anything afterwards? Like did you have like hand sanitizer?
No, I didn't do. I got out of the car and well, got out of the back seat into the front seat, and whatever else. But yeah, I told him. I said, "Oh, by the way, you got to make sure you clean that up before anybody gets in their
Oh
car."
my gosh, I would need to go to the first emergency restroom right away. I'm one of those like have to pee right after sex type of bitches. Like
Oh, I
if
always do. Every woman should.
yes, it's
You
true.
need to
Because
make yourself because
yes,
bodily fluids. Nobody understands when it comes to like the medical standpoint of
yes, to
the
flush out
pH
all that
balance
bacteria.
and stuff. So, and for any young female, we and older ones, if they don't know, uh, and your doctor, if there's plenty of people that don't go to the doctor.
Mhm.
But yeah, we absolutely. Even if you pee just a little bit, just drink some water and go pee after
Yes.
you have sex, and
'Cause then that
you
the
know,
bitches wonder why they get the UTIs and, like, all that. It's like,
yeah,
you
go
know,
drink some
pee
cranberry juice too.
yeah, even if you're drunk as fuck and you, like, just had, like, one night stand sex or horny sex, whatever, go pee, bitch. Go pee. Like,
Well,
for
I
real.
don't. I like to be just slightly buzzed, where I like to remember everything and be. I don't like it sloppy. I like it sloppy, but not that sloppy.
What do you mean? Like, after are you talking about after sex?
Oh, I'm talking about like when you have sloppy, juicy
Oh, like
sex.
oh, juice yeah, I'm like a once in a while, like, sometimes I don't like all that. Like, I just want, like, clean, dry, like, like, let's just hit it and quit it, and I got shit to do, bitch. But, like, sometimes I'm
I
like, yeah, like, I don't wanna get all sweaty sometimes.
So my dominant side is absolutely the person who will look at someone and the whom I'm person is generally always a partner or someone I'm dating. And I say, I'm gonna do to you exactly what I want you to do to me. And I
That sounds
show
like
them.
dominating all around. It sounds like you get to be dominating and dominating.
But
Like,
I am. I'm very dominating.
I'm
Um,
okay, wait, you have to ask me it's your turn to ask me a question. We totally went off the
um What was your most okay? So when it comes to cocktail, I haven't done too much of too much. I actually don't know too much about that because that's not something I explored. I mean, cream pies, all this other stuff. We all know about that shit. Um, sorry,
well,
but
what is that your question? Is that your
from
final answer?
from your cockholding experience, tell me how you feel and give me some insight on that because I probably may have already done it, just not aware.
I that's that could be true. So, okay, I didn't really know what cuckolding was either until I coach men on relationships and sex, and I had a client of mine tell me that he has this cuckolding disorder, or this PTSD and stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And so I
Okay.
did some extensive research, and then he told me a story about where it stems from, and I'm like, what? WTF? Are you fucking serious? It's basically like he got married with a younger bride, and on their actual wedding night, he walked in and busted her fucking the groomsman, the best man. And the bitch, listen to how gangster this bitch is. The bitch didn't even stop riding the dude when he opened the door. She continued to keep fucking the dude, the best man, and told him to shut the door. Told her new husband to shut the door, bitch, on the wedding night. And he did. He walked out of the room and he like went into like this little bench that was outside the room and sat there and like jerked off while they were inside fucking.
So he got aroused for the fact that she was doing it and he was okay with it.
That he was watching his wife with another man, and it turned him on arousal. But there's another ticker also, the insecurity of him having a little dick. Like he has
Oh,
this like PTSD that he inferior like insecurities that he can't please women like other guys with average sized dicks or big dicks can. So therefore he has to like be like punished and he has to watch. But there's more. There's more. After we'll use the best man thing. After the best man nuts in
okay.
her, he has to go over to her and lick it out. Yeah, bitch. Yeah. I
Ah,
have I'm like, how
um,
I'm like, he thinks he's gay now. Like sometimes he thinks that people think he's gay. And I'm like, well, this only happened a couple of times, right? And he's like, no, this went on for years.
God forgive me.
Years.
Um,
Years,
I've been,
bitch.
I know,
Years.
but God forgive me. I've
Licking
been,
another dude's
had not that type of experience. I had somebody ask me to do that.
like what like
Um,
how can you be like I could not imagine.
a guy one was not that ages ago, and I didn't even expect myself to be in that situation. But you
You were
know,
in wait, you were in you did a cuckold?
I was with an ex. I wasn't really meant to be with an ex, but I was with a porn star,
Wow. What you
and
stinky.
then
Stat.
and oh God, I can't believe I'm going to say this for the love of God. Oh, but
Do tell. Spill the tea.
my ex told the porn star, he goes, you got to try her out.
Like, what do you like? A piece of meat? Like, I don't know. You gotta try her out. Her pussy's so tight.
Literally. He was like, you got to try her out.
Well, what if
And
he stretches you out to
he enjoyed the fact that I was with the porn star.
Oh, so there's another way of angling. Okay.
And
Wow.
they were both well endowed into the Magnum to Magnum XL level.
Wait a minute. There's cuck holding is for the guys, right? And then what's the female one?
Oh,
Yeah. Because like cuckolding is like of a man make another man a cuckold by having sexual relationships with his wife. So then what would be
but I
wait,
wasn't the wife. I was his ex girlfriend, and then I really liked the guy who happened just to be
oh,
doing
it's called
porn.
cuck queen.
And it was one of those things that I was talking to him and he was like, you need to try her out, and he actually enjoyed the fact that I was going to do that. And they were both male dancers.
So hold on,
Exactly.
you were with the porn star?
Yes.
Did you wear protection?
He what
Did you
did he?
wear protection?
No,
We can go on
not
to the
that.
next question.
I wanted to make sure I heard you properly. um I've all in that situation I did not.
It
And
happens.
they have to have all their checkups,
I
and
thought,
I
I thought porn stars are supposed to always have like,
and
no
and it's
glove, no love.
it is somebody I was interested in, and we were together
You were
more
like,
than
I
once.
don't care. Here's my puss. Just stick it in.
But no, it was just
Mm.
we were together more than once. The experience we got, and we really liked each other, and it was more of like a I'm kind of freely dating you, and it wasn't
So
just like a
were
one
you
night.
like a
It
cuck
wasn't a one
queen?
night
Cuck
stand
hold.
hookup type thing.
So the cuck queen is the wife of the adulterous husband or partner for the unmarried companions, and the gender opposite of a cuckold.
I don't know
So
what the gender opposite, because we
okay,
don't.
so it would be like two. It would be like okay,
I
it'd be like
I
me.
know, but
Wait, how would this go? It would be like
how would that work if it was a male wanting to watch with two females? I mean,
so it's
that's
the
what you're
female
saying.
watching her husband bang another girl. Wait,
But
let me
you're
get an
saying
example.
that's the cockhold portion of it.
That's
So
the
how would it be?
guy. Oh, here we go. Answers. Okay, cuckold versus cupcake versus cuck queen. There's a cupcake. Yes.
Oh, I've been called a pillow princess multiple times.
Bitch, that's not in the list here right now. That's totally
I
different.
know. I
Okay,
know.
cuckold, cupcake, and cuck queen. Ever wonder what these terms mean and why? Here we go. So if you ever fallen down the rabbit hole at 1 a.m., you definitely seen this word cuckold floating around. Okay, blah blah blah. It's floating around like the ghost of someone's self-esteem. But in reality, cuckolding isn't a joke or an insult. It's a kink, a fantasy, and in many cases, a deeply intimate dynamic. And there are fun extras. The cupcake. Wait, it's cuck cake, not cupcake. Like
Yeah.
CK cake. And the cuck
Okay.
queen. That's such a weird word. Terms that sound like baked goods, but describe some of the most complex, erotic power play fantasies out there. So let's break it down without some judgment, shame,
But
or weirdness.
I like being in the power role.
I think you fit into one of these categories here. What a cuckold actually is. A cuckold is a man who is aroused by watching, knowing, or imagining his hot wife partner having sex with someone else. Sometimes he watches, sometimes he listens, sometimes he just fantasizes. So
So
that's a cuckold.
that was still would have been technically the situation with the person who was kind of the ex, but not. Yeah.
I mean,
You
don't they
know,
have to be in the
I
same
was a
room?
little bit fluid there, but I was definitely interested in the porn star.
Okay. Okay. Sometimes I have these like fantasies in my sick fantasies in my head, and like a lot of them are like me kind of got in the cuckold situation, but I'm usually in a shower, and then I think like my boyfriend is banging like one of my friends in my bed. Is that a cuckold?
No, that would be the cuckold thing, the
Oh,
female
we'll
thing
get to
that you
that
just
one.
said.
Okay, wait. The cuckolds. Okay, here we go. Um, oh wait, here's the go. The cuckold. Oh, wait, we just talked about that. Sometimes he listens. The key here is consent. This is a kink that only works when someone is in on it. It's not betrayal. It's not cheating. It's consensual
Correct.
power play built around arousal, submission, voyeurism, and the thrill of erotic humiliation.
But see, that's just it. Mine was permission. Mine is, what you just described.
Yeah.
For knowledge of knowing it, the submission aspects, or the male and the female. I've been in both of those aspects. I mean,
I
I've
haven't.
tried it
Like, I
out.
don't know
You
what's
know,
wrong with me. Am I having boring sex life?
you
Like you
have to. I'm sorry. When you're with somebody forever, and then all of a sudden you're not thinking long term relationship, but you want to be dating and you want to be close to someone, and I like that. I don't want to necessarily use demisexual, but I like that. Intimacy of
openness?
knowing somebody. I like someone familiar with me, and I enjoy that part
Yeah.
because that turns me on. So when I was with those people, and when things have happened, when I was in a situation where it was more than one person, it was very spur and freeing and kind of hippie-ish, and just you don't plan those situations out lots of times.
True, true.
It's you
I mean,
just can't
sometimes you do when
plan
you
it
go on a
out.
hunt trying to find one,
Right. And when you try to do that, like when people are trying to get a throuple and everything, because I've had so many people ask me to be in a throuple and
What's
everything
that?
else. It's you're the unicorn of a couple. You're with the male and the female, and you're the third person in a relationship. So you're a
Oh, I heard
couple.
those are hard to find.
Yeah,
There's a
because
waiting list.
well, no, this is why. You have to be attracted to both if you're the person, and lots of times the most jealousy, the where people come into play with the jealousy aspect is, and I've seen a lot of relationships go down the whole, because I haven't been in those situations. I don't want to be in those situations because I've never found when I've been asked, I was never attracted to both partners, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's not that I was ever against it completely or anything, because I've been open minded. I feel like, hey, try it once, maybe twice, and then you're going to figure out if you like something or not.
I think I'm more comfortable with being like the third party person than like the couple person. Because then I'm a jealous bitch. I got
But,
insecurities come out.
but see, that's the thing. The good thing about being the third party person, like you just said, is you have the free aspect, but you still, when you're in the relationship part, is you have a relationship and a bond with both of them being the third party, like you said.
Yeah.
You are having a relationship with them, but the trouble is generally you're not going and sleeping with other people. You're really in a relationship with two people. But you're not the
So, like,
jealous.
are rules of engagement set up for these are just natural rules?
It's kind of a consent because if you're sleeping with people, you're also protecting yourself not to get an STD and everything to go. You're not going around sleeping in a million other people. I don't have any STDs, STIs, or
No.
anything because I've
No,
always
but,
protected.
like, yeah,
Generally,
there's still slut bags out there that don't follow the rules, but,
I've generally always protected myself, been with monogamous people. Even when we didn't use protection, we had those discussions about our history and statuses and
oh my
everything.
gosh, I've been having some really sloppy, immature sex then. You've been, like you have been having professional whore sex. I've been having, like, bottom bitch. I mean, I've never had that discussion. I mean, like, I've had this
It's called
discussion, but,
high
like,
class ass going to the doctor and
I'm
knowing
teasing the
things. And
bottom feeders. I'm, like, in the bottom feeder lane.
girl, I've been
Not
having sex
anymore.
for I've been having sex for 30 years.
I'm pretty sure I did the math about how many body bags my body count is with Bushwhacker, and she's like, "Bitch, your number is in 900 something." I'm like, "My number is not 900." Like, she's like, "You're in 1,000." I'm like, "No, I'm not." She was like, we did the math. We put into play how many times we've been married, how many years, and like when we
Yeah,
should have
that's
kids.
that's just it. That's just it. That's just where a lot of people judge older women or judge people about your body count, but they don't understand that
But
you
we
might
don't
be
know it.
it's no, I mean, it's mine's actually not as high as you think. Um, but I did throw a list away because I never wanted anybody to find the list.
I'm so mad about my list. I started one too. I wish I would have kept it.
No,
That would have been helpful.
I didn't want to keep the list because I was like, oh, wait a minute. So when I decided to be fluid and be with some women and everything, and then whatever, and
She just doesn't stop.
I
The freak in her
definitely
just keeps coming out. She's not holding back any
no, it's
secrets.
not a whore. It's you go
No,
through
she's a
these
freak.
experiment things to see fluidity is you're loving the person for the person, not necessarily your anatomy.
I don't know. You
Uh,
have a different brain because, like, you don't get jealous about things.
I don't get jealous.
So if you're with a dude and like you guys have been together for like 2 years and he's all of a sudden it's like, hey, do you want to bring a girlfriend into the picture? Can we go shopping for like a girlfriend? And to kink things. Not that things aren't kinky, but like,
Well,
would you be offended by him coming at you like you're not good enough, or you feel like
I did the open relationship thing because I allowed them, as long as they were honest with me and protected themselves, I allowed them to do what they wanted to do. And I was completely pleased and satisfied with them. And they thought I was with other people, and I never was. And once they found out years later that I was
sneaky
faithful
bitch?
to them, they were like, "Wait, what?" And I said, "Well, you were 12 years my junior, and I wanted you to have the freedom, and that's why when we talked about it, I said, "Did you protect yourself? You do this?" And he's like, "Yes." And they would tell me, and they weren't hooking up with chicks all the time.
It doesn't bother you at all.
It didn't phase me at all.
So you
I
don't you don't even think about like another bitch banging your dude, and like it doesn't like leave you like WTF at all? Like, you just be a jealous
if
bitch.
if they have an emotional attachment to that female and they build a bond, that's when it would bother me
Okay.
because
But just like hit it and quit it
that
is like
that's like you said. If you were the third person, the couple has the emotional bond, and they're the ones who have to. They have the more of emotional bond where they have to, have that consensus with each other, and you have that, let's say, friendship bond with both of them, and you do have it, maybe a little bit, you have the attraction, you have the chemistry, you get along, but you are not in that committed between them as it is on being the
I know
third person. So
I talk a lot of game in this world because like, I put my talk there, but I haven't done a lot of walking with it, but like I have, but I've noticed maybe I'm mature now and older and wiser that like I would be able to handle it. But like when I did try to do these, I was like jealous bitch. I felt insecure the next day. Like the day of it, I was fine. But like the next day I was like, man, I shouldn't have done that. Like, why did I do that? Like the regrets.
I mean, I've had my showers of shame. I think everybody does. And has their regrets because it's very simple as far as like I went from being in a monogamous, marriage and relationship forever.
Forever, ever?
But forever, ever, because 21 years is a long time.
Yeah.
And anyways, we were separated in 5 of that 20 years and not. So there's six, so you can say 16 years if you want to say put it that way. And that was a monogamous relationship, and that was my first love.
I like that word.
So when I got thrown out, like I said, but when we were talking earlier prior to any of this, because one-on-one we're friends, and we whatever.
Right.
But
Wait, did we ever like do anything? We kissed and everything, right? Or have we?
you and I haven't ever done anything.
I think we've been in situations where we could have.
We have been in those situations where we could have, we didn't.
Stay tight.
I definitely thought you deserved better than what you had when it came to a male partner.
Who was the male partner? Who was it?
I don't remember their name, and I don't. Do I really want to say what you call?
What they look like?
I think it was one of your like Tex-Mex boys.
Oh, the Spanish mafias.
One of them, something like that.
Wait, did he wear a cowboy hat?
I don't remember. I don't know. You messaged me, video chatted, and asked me if I wanted to come in.
Right.
And so
oh my gosh, you're right. That is the bad.
Because I looked at you and I was like,
oh
and
my
later
gosh,
on I said,
that.
Yeah, I would. That's when I was like, not in him.
Oh my gosh,
they can't go there, girl.
What? Yes, that was the example I was trying to say where I was making bad decisions at the beginning of this conversation.
But that's what I'm saying is like we have to. I'm not going to say who, but other family members and older family members in my life and stuff. They would, when they've gotten drunk at times in my life, growing up in my 20s or 30s, they would tell me things about what they did in the 70s.
Well, and that's really healthy. It's like
it was just always in the hippie-ish stuff, but they won't admit it out publicly outright of their generation.
Right, exactly. So I want to cover the other meanings of the cuckolding and the cuck queen real quick. The cuckolding is, we covered the cuckold, and then the cuckolding is the bull. The bull is the partner who sleeps with the wife or the girlfriend. Think of him as the guest star with excellent cardio. Bulls aren't homewreckers. They're part of the fantasy, part of the equation, and part of the dynamic everyone has agreed to. Chemistry, respect, and boundaries are everything. A good bull understands he's there to enhance the couple's fantasy, not audition for a relationship.
Exactly.
So that is the cuck holding. And then the cuck queen is a woman who gets aroused by her hot husband, where are those at? Or partner being with someone else. I think, see, that was my little thing. She might watch, listen, or simply fantasize about it. Sometimes the fantasy is about jealousy. Sometimes it's about erotic self-competition. And sometimes it's about watching her partner in full sexual power. I kind of have that. I don't know why.
I think when I was younger, and like you said, we all made our mistakes and stuff, like on the dynamics of being married. When I was married, you're married under the under the guidelines and the boundaries that's a monogamous relationship. I think everything happens with how you start out your boundaries in your relationship of if that is agreeable. So just with partners sharing and what you just spoke of in detail.
Yeah.
And the boundaries and limitations for male and female in the dynamic is how you start that relationship. It's not being in a relationship and throwing in something 2, 3, 4 years later or trying to change the rules of the game.
But I mean, like, do these like cucking words, do they give like a guy, for example, permission to be like, more of a slutty, cheating sleazebag? You know what I mean? Like, is it
Yeah.
an excuse for him to be able to sow his royal oats with other women, and yet
But
he's just playing the role?
there are so many men who will allow their female to be with a female because they want that as an excuse, and a straight man wants that as an excuse for them to go be with another female because they might be attracted to a male. That's exactly
Or they want to
where
see
a lot
dicks
of
and
that
stuff.
falls.
Yeah,
And
lesbians.
and you really do have to be really secure with your relationship and know each other and be honest. And honesty is always like the biggest thing for me, no matter what it is.
Yeah,
I'm like, if
that
you
is
tell
the
me the
heart
truth and
and
you talk about
loyalty.
things, yeah, because
Yeah,
and that's where when it comes in like with a throuple or having a third person, the loyalty is you discussing and being honest between the couple and knowing everything and not hiding
yeah,
anything. It's not
yeah.
sneaking because it's the lies, the deceit, and the things that they do behind your back.
That
That's
ruined the whole fantasy. That ruined it all.
yeah, exactly. That takes away from that's taken away from that boundary that you've already set about the fantasy.
And
But
that totally, yes, I totally agree
when
with
they're
you.
violating it,
That actually happened to me with that particular loser that you were mentioning. That
text
situation
message,
where, yeah, text facts where like I gave him a
I
drink
knew you
and he
deserved
took
way
it.
better.
Yes, I totally do, but I was like not in the right mindset in the moment in those times, and I wasn't seeing clearly, and like my emotions got involved, and like I had to detach those things. So I detached those, and then the sex was really good. So I was like holding on just because of the sex, but then, I finally realized that wasn't worth it because this motherfucker was already like, getting side pieces like in between me. And it was like, bro, and
Yeah.
his selection was like, what the fuck? So I had to like slap myself and like, Debbie, standards, boundaries, standards. Like,
But
get your shit back.
as long as we've known each other and everything, and that is still part of like how you said you felt, um, you regretted things
Yeah.
or the way you had your feelings after. We learn from these things that where we let our inhibitions and boundaries down or let people overstep them. And I know I like monogamous relationships. I don't want anybody in this age. That's why we abstain from sex for so very long because I
Yeah.
value myself. But I had to go through those lessons and actually deal with people in the dating society, the swipe left, swipe right users, and learning that that's not what I wanted. So
Right.
that's how you, like I say, the shower of shame and stuff. You do things, but you realize, hey, you know what? I might have done this and I did this on impulse or I drank too much and everything. And I let my boundaries and I let people overstep my boundaries. That might have been fun, but that's not what you want in your life. That a fantasy or that thing's already been fulfilled or that little aspect of that, your life has been fulfilled. And ultimately, when it comes down to it, I would rather be with a partner loving every aspect of my kinks or whatever and their kinks. I'm not a foot fetish person. Please stay away from my feet. And I'm going to stay away from your feet. Totally different subject. But when it comes to edging or anything else and being that female who's dominant, I like that power struggle. But I also like those moments when I know that man is enough of a man, I can be soft for him.
Right. Right.
So it is great when they treat you and you can see they're looking at you with such desire and like it's in a glance, it is in a glare, and that doesn't happen. That chemistry doesn't happen with everybody.
Right.
So that's why when I had an on again, off again relationship with someone for so long that I learned, I mean, I wasn't did I wasn't cheating on him or anything like that. I didn't do anything.
Right. Right. So
Um,
that
so it was only, I mean, I've definitely had my wild moments and everything, but that got out of my system very